I completely.
Ma'am, just please listen to me a second. You can't just say, I can't do that, and I don't want probation, and go light on the fines. And you dug a deep hole, man.
I know I did.
I mean, you got all kinds of drugs on here. I was almost blushing when I was reading these. So. Alexis Rachel Leanne Seiler, 267840618A and R. Somebody wrote down on here being discharged today. Are you Ms. Seiler?
Yes, I can.
Your name?
Alexis virtually.
Did you talk to Mr. Crawford yet?
Yes. He was supposed to.
Oh, man.
All right, let's take these. All right, so I had Alexis Rachel Leanne Seiler, 267840618A and R. Okay, your name again?
Alexis virtually inside.
Like they're probably in the silent.
She pled the public nuisance on April 29 to 26, which was a civil infraction plea, reduced from the resist and obstruct, and then the operating with the impaired due to the consumption of drugs. She pled to that day. I ordered the screening and assessment. We adjourned it a week. So she was an inpatient.
Correct. Sacred Heart and Clarity.
Oh, and Beth, see if she's got proof of that, will you, please? Yes.
Is that the
Just wait one.
probation officer lady?
Yes.
Yes, I talked to her.
Oh, boy. Let's go here.
And Judge, I'm pretty sure that Miss Wilds does have the proof because she did communicate with me about Miss Seiler also.
You know where Ms. Wilds is right now?
That I do not. Let me peek over and see if by chance she might be in Judge Hessen's, but no, I do not see her in there either.
Judge needs something bad here on the side, right? She's not answering. Thanks.
Did you have a chance to review this report with her?
I had the opportunity to report,
Are there any material? Good.
there are no request for material revisions or deletions, Your Honor. My client believes that she can comply with these recommendations, Your Honor. Her only issue might have to do with those that require money, Your Honor, because she's away getting this treatment.
You don't look that good. Is something wrong?
Huh?
Is something wrong?
I can't sit still. I detoxed off of Suboxone and I just got back on it. I went through really bad withdrawals about it and I can't sit still yet.
So again, her finances are a little messed up. She has a job, but they had it on the bill for her now. So if the court would try to take it easy on finance and cost you to she's gonna need a payment arrangement. But she's prepared to comply with everything else, Your Honor. She realized she needs some help. She's working on doing some stuff. She wants to improve.
Are you going to anybody now? Any treatment?
As soon as I have an appointment to get back on my health insurance. Me and my doctor were talking about taking me back off the Suboxone and giving me the withdrawal shot. I
Okay.
don't know if you know what that is.
I know what Vivitrol is.
He's gonna give me that.
This is like I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but this is bad stuff. I'm reading this report, and while I appreciate your honesty, you got a problem here.
I do.
You live in Taylor.
I do. I actually just talked to my kid's father the other day.
Ms. Wild's your name?
Elizabeth Prosecution.
I know we're along the process here. She went to Sacred Heart.
Yes, yes.
What
I
did
got
they?
the verification of her admittance. I spoke with Miss Seiler on the phone. My understanding she was actually gonna be on Zoom today because she was getting discharged later today.
Getting discharged, you mean, okay, I
But
got
I
it.
got her home yesterday.
What about her in sobriety, Corey?
I think she would be a great candidate for sobriety court, but she has expressed on many occasions she has zero interest in.
Why don't you want to go into sobriety court?
If it is to do with payments, I don't mind doing it, I barely make it by as it is with my child support getting taken away. I barely make it by, I have to pay my dad. Like, I don't make it with a little bit of money I am making. I was doing 3 jobs and it was killing me. I can't do 3 jobs anymore. That's why I relapsed in the first place.
She participated in 23rd District Court sobriety court program prior. I don't know if she was successful or not. I think that that's what plays a role in her decision. And it wasn't just sobriety court. She had expressed no interest in even probation. And again, this would be prior to her going inpatient.
There's not financial, not.
Yeah, I know, but you can't have it both ways. I mean,
I completely,
ma'am, just please listen to me a second. You can't just say, I can't do that and I don't want probation and go light on the fines. And you dug a deep hole, man.
I know I did.
I mean, you got all kinds of drugs on here. I was almost blushing when I was reading these. So how are we going to wean you off it if you can't afford the test and you don't want probation and you don't want sobriety court? How in the world
What is
are,
sobriety court?
it's the same thing as what you did in Taylor, it sounds like. It's a
I
drug. Listen.
completed with flying colors there. I had not one bad drop there. I did excellent there.
Well, good, then do ours.
I will, but I can't afford to pay 25 for a blow and 25 for a drop. I don't mind dropping. I don't mind blowing. I just can't pay that high. I owe so much money on the car payment. I pay child support. I have to pay $250 to live with my dad.
Okay, so you give me an option then that you can live with. Because we can help you. I can give you time to pay on this, but we're going to put you through a bond phase. We're going to put you through a bond phase. And in that time period, you're on your own. Once you get through the bond phase, if you get through the bond phase, we have grants that can help with testing, that can help with deductibles on treatment, that can help with sober link devices. We can use grant money to help you.
Okay.
The problem is we can't help you until you're in the program, and we're not taking you into the program until we see how you're going to do and if you're taking it seriously. So I can do this. I can adjourn this for a month and I can put you on the bond phase right now, but do know, what do they pay in the bond phase again?
It is different than Taylor. Taylor, they pay for testing. Our testing is 15.
Right.
Drug of choice, I would probably recommend for Miss Seiler that she actually tests 3 times a week as opposed to 2 with a
So it's
sober.
gonna cost you $45 a week to test. I get that that's a lot of money. But we can't have you in a sobriety court or drug court if you're not testing. We can't verify that you're remaining clean. Now, I would have to tell you, based on what I've read here, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. This doesn't make you a bad person. But your life depends on this.
To be honest with you, going to rehab, I'm scared of being home because I have to get that talk off.
All right. We can help you. You can't use that language in here, but we can help you. Let's get her on a bond phase. Let's try to move this one through quickly. We're gonna get you on a bond phase. We're gonna set you up. You're gonna listen to Ms. Wild. You're gonna do what she tells you to do. I'm gonna adopt all the bond conditions that probation's recommending. And we won't make it a long one. We'll just set this out for a month. I might have to go to like whatever the second Wednesday is of the month or something, Heather. So give me that as a sentencing date in July. And we can help you. You gotta want to have help, but we can help you. We had a great session this morning. I wish you could have been here and seen that. I really do. We're gonna set a sentencing date in a month. Give me a date if you would, Heather, please.
You are off on that second Wednesday, the 8th, so we could do the 15th.
Yeah,
Or
let's
okay.
do the 15th at 8:30. Listen. Are you gonna try to work at State Ridge?
I go back Friday.
Okay. You're staying with your dad and brother, right?
Yes.
You can turn your life around here. You gotta stay away from this stuff. That's what we're doing, July 15th at 8:30, okay? All right, you're gonna go down the hall, get your notice, and you're meeting with Ms. Wilds. Give it a chance. Give it a chance, please. Hang on, is that side? Yeah, that goes with that one. And this one goes in the teeth. I don't know what I'm doing. That more items. Musso. Daniel Christopher Musso, 26W8422220. I'd like the victim up here, Desiree Musso, please.
Morning, Your Honor, Mike Roth, the representative, Mr. Musso, so station in the record.
Daniel Christopher Musso.
All right, your name, please. Your name, please.
Desiree Musso.
All right, so defendant pled here to telephone harassment under section 771.1, and he was referred for a pre-sentence. Actually, he pled, I believe the plea was no contest. So I did say I would take it under 771.1. It says ongoing family court in the bottom of the stipulation, defendant in therapy, therapist present today. Is your therapist present today?
Not today.
Now today's Friday.
All right, so let's figure out what everybody's going to say here and do here. What do you have to say, Mr. Crawford? Did you review this report with your client? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
If review with my client, Your Honor, we had no material issues or deletions, Your Honor, he believes he can comply. Moving forward, Your Honor, we would ask that the court adopt this recommendation as presented.
Sir, is there anything you would like to say?
Just that I'm very sorry for harassing.
Okay. All right. Ms. Musso, I want you to take your time. I could tell you're a little upset. Just I want you to take a deep breath, and I want to listen to anything that you want to say to me, okay?
The mental, physical, emotional, psychological abuse that me and my children have experienced at the hands of this man is nothing short of heinous. My kids are scared to go to school, standing at the bus stop, they're looking out the window all night long. We have experienced heinous abuse since I was a teenager, and this man was nearly 40 at the time. He has gaslit me, manipulated me, broken me down mentally, physically abused me, completely ruined my life. I single-handedly raised our kids with no child support. I am not on Medicaid. I am not on SSI. I'm not on all these false allegations that he claims. I have single-handedly raised these kids myself. He never submitted his court-ordered drug tests to implement his parenting time. He never complied with all.
So you're talking about in the circuit court, right?
I'm sorry, I'll get to the point.
Don't take your time. I just want to make sure I'm understanding.
Yeah, so he never did what he was supposed to the entire time. My kids are grown now, and my son is in high school. He's never protected or provided for this family. They're both medically fragile. And he's purposely hindered them from being on Medicaid. He's purposely hindered them from being on SSI. I have taken every hit from this man and I've never retaliated. I endured so much mental, physical, and emotional abuse. He has completely broken me down. He has attacked me, my family, my race, my sexual orientation, my partner. He has asked if we're still alive. He is creating so much fear within my children that they don't even want to stand at the bus stop. He's never been a part of their life. He's never been to the school. He has never taken them to a doctor's appointment. My son had cancer, Your Honor. He went to jail multiple times during his bone marrow transplant. Okay?
He has been estranged from our family for years, and I periodically allowed him to see the kids at Christmas and different holidays where I thought he might not be high and that my kids might be okay enough to see him for his little couple parenting hours, but he has become so heinous. He has escalated this violence to the point where I can hardly stand here and testify, holding myself up with this wall, and I'm trying to be strong for my kids. But when my kids can't stand at the bus stop, and they're too scared to go to their soccer game, and they're too scared to go to their karate because he might be standing outside of it, he was warned multiple times that this was going to be harassment. Detective Verspremi went to his house and warned him. Okay, he still decided to do this after that warning. Once he was criminally charged, he still continued to harass me, stalk me, intimidate me. I took a picture of this man outside my son's karate, which my son won't even go back to anymore. I made another report in Trenton, but we didn't go through with those because we didn't want to add on to this. He is heinous. He's evil. I'm in church. He's sending me satanic messages, words that I can't even repeat in court. 40 back-to-back messages, none of which were child-focused. He's leaving me voicemails to the point where when my phone rings, my kids jump out of their seat. They're terrified of him. I'm terrified of him. And I'm going to sit there for 2.5 hours with this man. And just force of control. This abuse and domestic violence is going to end today. I can't be for my kids because you might be able to treat me like that, but these boys didn't need to endure this. And they heard those messages. They heard those voicemails. They went into my sleeping at night. They said, we couldn't see what Dad said. They're staring out the window all night long. I'm having to pick up from school early because of pain stomachs. These are straight A kids. These are my professionals. I'm terrified of you and any part of a relationship that you thought you could possibly restore within these children. You tried to destabilize the very foundation I've set forth for them. I've never asked you for a dime, Dan. I've never asked you to show up or do anything that a father would protect and provide for an individual, and you have berated me. Within the community, I'm embarrassed to even be here. I know some of the people in this courtroom right now. This is embarrassing. Your children deserve better. You have abused me since I was a teenage girl. You've manipulated me, gaslit me. You have physically abused me, and I've never recorded half of it. You've thrown me down the stairs, and the way you treated me when I was pregnant is heinous. And I'm sorry that I'm this upset, and I tried to maintain my composure, but the things I endured, and in those messages, I never once said anything ill back to him. I never once said all the things in my heart that I wanted to say. And my children said, Mom, please go to the police. Please go to the police. He might kill you. And then who's going to take care of us? And that's why I'm here. Because if he does something to me, who is going to take care of my son who had cancer and he's getting all these infusions and medications? This man has tried to manufacture evidence that doesn't exist in the last couple of months by trying to provoke me via text message to portray me in a negative light for family court. His evidence doesn't exist, and the truth always comes to light. He has tried to provoke me by attacking my family, my kids, everything, just to get a reaction out of me. He has been to jail. He has done probation. He's been to inpatient. He's been to outpatient rehab. Nothing is stopping him. Every punishment has been proven to be ineffective. He's been to jail for everything. Service. I mean, what is going to change him? He's almost 60 years old. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm standing here shaking. I'm embarrassed for myself. I'm embarrassed for him. And I don't hate him the way that he thinks. He hates me more than he loves his children. And I'm standing here because the Lord Jesus Christ sustains me.
Anything else?
Untrue.
Anything else?
Nothing but to emphasize that clearly this is a matter that needs to be worked out in family court, whatever allegations she stated, they're very troubling. My client is troubled by them, but he can't speak. We don't speak to the veracity of it, but now he's taking responsibility. He said he's sorry for the poor behavior. It is the subject of this case. And Your Honor thinks that this recommendation is appropriate for the evidence that prosecution set forth in this matter. And he'd just like the opportunity to move forward and proceed with his case in family court and get this worked out the way that court believes it should be.
As it stands, as I understand the order, he has to drug test in order to see the children.
We did one and he never submitted anything else. He's supposed to also pay half of all my children's medical bills. He never did.
Okay, I don't want to talk about that payment yet. I want to make sure the judge's order you're telling me says,
The part of the parenting plan says, in order for him to see the children, he has to complete X, Y, Z, and it's gotta be supervised and all of this stuff. This isn't a family court issue. This is domestic violence. This is criminal court.
no, I know, but I just want to make sure there's nothing I can do here, and it doesn't sound like there is. The circuit court, well,
Children, anything to keep them away
but
from.
the circuit court doesn't have that order in effect though, do they? I can't start sticking my nose in children's issues. This was
Maximum punishment and that you deal with him aggressively because there's been no punishment in the past that has been proven effective at this point. He's been to rehab, he's been to jail, he's been in and out of rehab.
let me ask you a question. I'm not seeing any conviction for any reason since 2000.
And lying that,
Is that true or false?
he was walking into his neighbor's houses naked and he was high on drugs. He went to jail twice, while my son was inpatient at Children's Hospital, for whatever substance related abuse charges that he, was doing. I couldn't tell you the exact charges, but that is true and that is, provable through a FOIA. If you requested that.
See, all that should be on his criminal history, and all I'm telling you is I'm seeing a 1992 operating while intoxicated.
No, sir.
I'm seeing a 96 ordinance violation of some kind out of this court. Maybe you can check that, Heather. And then hang on one second. And then a 2000 unlawful bodily alcohol content, they used to call it, operating while intoxicated, again out of this court. But I'm not seeing one thing in here subsequent to that.
It would have been probably around somewhere between 2011 and 2014 or 15. Somewhere in that time when my son was sick, he did go to jail twice in Wyandotte. Went to jail twice. My dad went and got him. We paid the bond. At that point, we were still married. So
Is that true? Did you go to jail in Wyandotte twice?
I don't recall, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, I mean, even if he was, Your Honor, I mean, it's innocent to prove guilty, no charges came up.
Well, wait a minute, slow down. Hang on. Yeah. Sometimes if it's a 90-day misdemeanor, these might not make their way onto his criminal history. That's all I'm pointing out.
Sure.
And they're not on his criminal history. So that means one of two things. The judge, if it was less than a 93-day misdemeanor, the judge may not have ordered printing and photographing. If they did, then it would have entered up on his criminal history if there was a conviction. If they didn't, then we don't know enough to be able to say.
Your Honor, to the extent that there's anything to these allegations, I point out the time period you're talking about is 2014.
I get
12 years ago.
it.
In 2015, he went to inpatient rehab, in Oakdale Rehab. That was 2015. My second son was 3 months old at the time, and my other son was going through bone marrow transplant treatment.
Your Honor, my client will not deny that he's had trouble with drugs in the past. He's got certain serious mental health issues that he's
I get
getting
it.
help with now.
I get all this.
doesn't allow me.
I get all this, but you have to understand something, both of you. I cannot sentence somebody, ma'am. I cannot, in good conscience, sentence anybody on things that are allegations that were not proven. Please listen to me. You said you wanted me to give him the maximum. There is no way I can give him 90 days based on what I've heard here and based on, I just want you to understand. And the convictions, if any, are not part of his record. So if there was a conviction since 2000 at any court, in any place, it would be reflected on his criminal history. Please listen. So I want you to understand that there's an element of fairness to this process. It's most important, and that is that there has to be fairness, right? On the other hand, too, sir, you have problems. I mean, what did I read? You sent a picture of a dead mouse to her and said, "This is you," or something like that.
I've noticed this.
Listen, well, this is what the officer said. I mean, this is what the officer said. You are a piece of S, you effing C. Calling WPD welfare check, something bad I don't even want to repeat in here. She's asking you to stop in May of 24. You sent a photo of a dead mouse in a trap with a follow-up text, "Gotcha." If you spend half the time, it seems to me, trying to get yourself some help and trying to do something productive and trying to make your relationship with your children better, you wouldn't be here and your life would be a lot better. Now, I understand. I heard her. I hear you. But to me, some of the things I'm reading here are disturbing. And I'm not going to go back. I want you to understand something. I'm not going to consider anything other than your record of what has happened here because it's not been proven in the court of law. That's the good news. The bad news is that if I find out you're contacting her in any way, in violation of my order, I'm going to give you the maximum. You still can go get a PPO if you choose to. You might want to consult with a lawyer about what process to take. But sir, you seem out of control to me. You definitely seem out of control. You might not think so. I bet that you don't think so. It's okay. I just don't know why you would be acting like this. You have children. They are the single most important thing. They should be in your life. More important than you or your hatred of her or anything else you're doing. They should be more important to you than anything else in your life. And here you are, you're not seeing them because you're not drug testing in violation of a judge's order, it sounds like. And that's a whole different issue. You want to go your whole life, not know your kids, continue on this journey. Simple. It really is simple. And I'm just one of those old guys that happens to think that we need two parents in our lives. I think it's hard enough with two parents. So if one parent is shirking their obligations and responsibilities and not doing what they're supposed to do, there ain't no way, no how, nobody is going, I don't care who they are, that's going to convince me that that child or children are not affected. I don't care who it is. I don't care how much money the other spouse has that's raising them. I don't care who it is. That's if you don't want your kids to turn out, keep doing some of the things you're doing. Now, probably just talking and it's gonna go in one ear and out the other. Your children, not mine. I think that's where we've gone wrong. People don't think about that anymore. Right? I yearn for the days of Ozzie and Harriet. Leave it to Beaver. 18 months probation. I'm only going to charge you like it's 12 months. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance of any unit of government. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I really have no basis to believe that it was used, and I don't order that in this case, but there's enough here where I'm ordering it. But I'm not going to order. I'm going to order you submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs on demand of probation. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to continue your treatment at the guidance center. You're not to have any contact with Desiree Musso. You're not to possess firearms. When I say no contact, I mean you're not going to write her, phone her, see her, text her, email her. You're not going to do any of those things. When you comply with the orders of the circuit court to see your children, then you're going to go back to that order. And I'm going to say here specifically, unless in contact, so no contact with her, unless in conflict with order of Wayne County Circuit Court. So I'm just telling you, the order would permit you to, then I'm going to allow it. But otherwise, if you're just playing games with her and harassing her and threatening her and saying these nasty things, you're going to go to jail for 90 days. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You are to serve 100 hours of community service. 100 hours of community service, and I'm going to give you until September the 1st to complete that. I'll actually make it September 30. We are going to have review hearings in this case. Again, you're going to continue your treatment at the guidance center. I'm going to go light on the fines because I don't think you have any money. 100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4. Probation fees are $240 because I'm reducing those to from $360. So your total's $565 plus the screening fee of $60 for $625. And we are going to set review hearings every 3 months, Heather, on Woodhaven dockets. Review hearings to be set every 3 months. I want you to go down the hall. We are going to give you a notice. If you think you're prepared to give me those dates now, Heather, you can. I'm going to have you take your time though. I'm going to have you pay $75 per month. I'll start that beginning on July the 15th and the 15th of every month thereafter. Now I'm cautioning you. Like find out your contacting her. Unless otherwise permitted in accordance with that order, the Wayne County Circuit Court for that sole limited purpose, because I don't have the order in front of me. You're going to go to jail for 90 days. Do we understand one another?
Understood.
You have 21 days to appeal this order, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Review hearings to be set every 3 months. If you need time, Heather, I'll be glad to give you all the time you need.
We
I don't
could,
even. Go
we
ahead.
could probably do them. I
Go
could
ahead.
probably count them out. Well, the first one will be September.
Okay, September what?
We'll do September 16th.
At 8:30 in the morning, and you're welcome to come. And you tell me if he's violated the order in any aspects, and if there's any different violation that occurs in violation of these orders, you're going to call up and speak with the probation department and or the police department from Woodhaven. September 16th at 8:30. I'm not going to order this impulse control program. I just want you to continue your treatment at the guidance center. We understand one another.
Understood.
Okay, when's the next one? December what?
December 23rd.
At 8:30 in the morning. And if you give me one more, that'll be good enough for now. So that'd be like
That'll be
March.
March. And then we'll do March. Let me see. If we're doing the 23rd, then that'll be, just got to count out what would be Brownstown. Woodhaven, Brownstown. We'll do March 17th.
At 8:30. Those are your 3 review hearing dates. We're going to give you those. You're going to meet with probation. Do we understand one another? You understand you're out of control, right?
Understand?
Do you understand that?
Yes,
No more.
I will.
Go do it. I'm telling you, I will not be anywhere near this time. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
This case highlights the importance of a fair and balanced justice system. Throughout the hearing, the judge took the time to review the facts, listen carefully, and ensure that every decision was based on responsibility and the rule of law. Courts play a vital role in giving individuals a chance to be heard while also holding them accountable for their actions. The judge's approach reflected both firmness and fairness, demonstrating how the legal system works to encourage positive change while protecting the integrity of justice. Moments like these reinforce public confidence in the courts and the principles they uphold.